Hey guys, it's Di, and I've just got this fantastic match that I want to share with you. Alright, so if you haven't already seen, but my hanger right now is two Seans. They're essentially the same build. They're both ultra medium orange with all accelerators, all EMC, one magazine, 3 reinforced on the Manglers, and 2 surge, and 2 ejectors on the Fulgur. So I have 2 Seans, just the same build. Alright, so every time I jump in them, they run, move, shoot, all the same. 2 of the same Seans. They're powerful, they're fast, great brawlers, whole 9 yards. This match is a steel Convoy, as you guys can see. I'm trying to stay close enough to my team, so that way I'm not outnumbered by the enemy over and over and over again. I'm trying to get this tempo of attack retreat. I get really screwed right there when that jab hits me in the leg in midair. So I want to get out of this Titan kind of quick so I can get something that's a little bit more effective, especially early on in the match. When I don't want to just stay alive. Stay alive is the goal. The goal is to win and finish the match. I'm not super effective in that Titan, so I just... and now that we have it and we're moving it, and I see a bunch of mediums, and they're probably going to pull out some heavies later on, especially as they make a surge, I jump to my MAO, so he can kind of stay back here. This MAO... anyway, I got 2 Seans. I've got a stealth MAO, and then I have a Manglerelli, a jump cap Manglerelli. This is really what I want to showcase right now. The MAO is kind of an underused Titan right now for some obvious reasons. It's particularly challenging to use. It's big, it's easy to hit. And then with Sarissas, it's really hard for it to hit fast-moving stuff like lights and Seans, Atlases and such. But here I get some pretty good hits anyway. You'll see me do things like cycle fire, but you're going to notice that I don't just like stand here at the back of the map. Nobody's just going to let me hit them with my Sarissas. So what I do is I kind of get in a position and then I kind of ambush folks. I kind of keep them. I kind of make the sprint and keep them in my line of sight, or I wait till they're out of sprint. All right, so I'm looking for him over there, and so he's not. He's kind of getting out of the way, and I'm not just going to hang here. There's no point in me just hanging. He's going to come back in my line. So now I got to move. Now I got to go find my next target that's really not paying attention, doesn't expect me from this side of the map. I've got 1 radar and 4 stealth. Sometimes I go all stealth, sometimes I go 1 radar, kind of depending on what I'm noticing for the day. I don't want to run out of ammo, so when I see somebody still, I fire 3 or 4, and then I kind of move on and I fire my jab. I'm not going to waste all my ammo. Oh, so I see this guy, he is coming back. He's going to try to get the ambush on me. I've got 4 magazines. I'm going to sprint out here. He's going to be wide open. I'm just going to unload on this dude. Alright, so as long as he stays in my range, man, I'm just going to give him everything that I got. Okay, I'm going to sprint out of the way. You notice how the moment that he was in my range, I let go of my sprint, because I don't need it right now. Okay, he was right in front of me. I'm going to need it to reposition. I do a lot of my shooting without sprint on, and then I use my sprint to get out of the way to retreat, but I don't sprint just while I'm in the engagement. I'm not going to dodge anything during that time. So, and this guy's coming back. And, yeah, so perfect. Now, hopefully, there's a little bit of time where I can get my magazines back in order. I'm just going to take a couple of shots over here while I got target on this guy. I had a second. Alright, so now they're dropping in some mediums. Now I know they're going to drop in some heavies. This Ravager, I'm really just trying to get him out there. I know I'm not really going to hit him. I'm really just trying to keep those guys over there in the corner. I'm really just repelling them. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage, although that Atlas probably ran out of sprint there for that second. And I got some good hits on him, but I'm not going to spend a long time in front of him, just because that laser just goes so well. And now I'm going to come over here. I'm just kind of keeping these. I know that I'm not hitting very well, but I know that I can repel them. I know that I can use up their sprint. I know that I can kind of keep these guys behind that. If I wasn't here, this isn't my optimal place. I'm making a lot of hits, but this is, I don't know what you call it, cover fire, but I mean, there's just a lot going on at the gate. They're going to do everything they can to keep us from capturing this. And I'm the only guy over here. This is the only Titan that I got. So, I got to do what I can. So as they kind of come out, oh yeah, especially that Atlas out there in the open. I'm going to try to get him. I'm going to try to get this Ravager. He's running straight at me. Normally when they're running straight at you, you can get a couple of hits. Oh, I thought he got the shock there, so I let go a couple more rounds than I typically would have. Now I'm just dragging these guys back. My stealth's not working really very good because that Ravager's right in front of me. If I had all stealths and no radars, I might have taken less hits. But then I have to get a little closer to make my hit. I could have gone light there, but I'm going to save it towards the end of the match when I get to do some quick moving. And now I'm going to jump in my Manglerelli here, my jump cap Manglerelli, and I'm just going to try to really repel everything they got going on right there. Atlases, Ravagers. I've got a little bit of my team here. Let's get this Atlas. I think he's forward. Yeah, so let's kind of make that happen. There's a Ravager there. Let's get out of the way. And then I think a Heavy dropped over here. I can't really do much on the right side of this wall. It's just so open that when I climb up on the wall, I'm going to get shot a bunch. As I try to get behind, I'm too far away. If I try to go through the gap, I'm too far away to do anything. So this right here is kind of like that survival. I'm within range of the gate. I'm not going to jump forward. I'm just jumping up. I'm just jumping up. It's faster than crawling to the edge and shooting and coming back. So I'm just jumping up and down. Hard to hit. Give myself a little range. Give myself some jab opportunities. Give myself some angler opportunities. And I'm just staying a pest. I'm just keeping them repelled over here. Thankfully, my team's got, has intentions. They're at least like intending to do what the objective of the game is. I knew that as soon as I jumped up here, they would come around that corner. Okay, so instead of letting them go around that gate, I'm not aiming to be effective at that moment. I'm just kind of baiting them over here to give my guys a chance. I'm just kind of splitting their forces. That makes sense. And I cannot believe they ran up on me. I think they probably thought that they had a little bit more of advantage than they did. I think I got killed there. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just, one of the big things I'm doing here is my jump is so quick, half a mag on one jump, half a mag on the other jump, instead of reloading and waiting for a long time. Just half a mag, and I'm going to commit to this jump right here. Because the turf, once they get far enough, once they're done dragging in, there's so much firepower right there, like that was worth it. That was worth the trade. Just that alone was worth the trade.
Warning.
I think I killed a couple of Atlases. I want to say that I finished off 2 Atlases and a Turk in that Nelly and that I mean, that's as good as you could want. I think I did pretty well in the MAO. Now I'm behind by a lot, and I'm really just going to try to be smart and chip away. I'm trying not to waste my 1 point. There's a light right here. I'm just going to kind of tease them, brawl with them. Really just, I'm going to take what the game gives me. I'm not sure what my teammate's going to do, so I think that I'm going to have to fight that medium and this light, so I'm kind of making sure that I'm available for that. But my teammate actually killed that other medium. Totally surprised by that, super thankful. So all I got to do is not fuck it up. Excuse me, pardon my language. All I got to do is not, really mess it up and take it. I could, get a points lead on this light. So I know that the light has a 10-second cooldown, not a 5-second cooldown. So the moment that he jumped, I had to get out there, and I knew that I had a few seconds to put some into him. So the moment he landed, I got out there, and I knew that he had some time where he was going to be crawling right in front of me, the opposite side of the mountain, and I could lay some into him. Then I could jump away because I've got a 5-second cooldown. I absolutely took advantage of that. And then now I'm just trying to make sure that our evac doesn't get ruined. I saw a red little radar signature over there towards C. Towards the gate. So I could have ran around behind him, but I chose to come this way to make sure that I'm ahead of him, get in between the convoy and wherever he was. But I don't see him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's climbing up there or whatever, but he didn't have enough time to make anything happen. And that's the win, that's the game. That was to the last second did we know any of that was going to happen. And I'd use every single Titan in my hangar to make it happen. I'd deploy him in the right order, and that worked out well.